Hello everyone and welcome to Telecreations. In this video we're going to be looking at the Birdman Slipcase Steelbook from, Lenticular cover I should say, from FilmArena. So first up, of course, we have the Lenticular, which is of the poster, which has the Birdman himself dissolving and reappearing? Yeah, disappearing and reappearing. It's very nicely done, actually, if I do say so myself, of course. Of course, the big thing is the light from the roof, so I apologize about that. You may also note that there is a bundle of fingerprints on it from, I don't really think I could say myself, but definitely the person I bought this from. Then, of course, you have the title, which actually has, of course, Birdman and Birdman in the distance, so it has the word double printed, which is nice and interesting. It gives it more of a psychedelic effect, and same as the whole title is actually being double layered. You can see the on the end there, so yeah, it's very interesting. It's got a good performance to it, if you will. I mean, it's a film about performance in its own right. So let's take a look at the top. The top, we have the names of our cast. It is all flat, no debossing. I believe debossing is going out. Because of course you get to the side here and we do have some debossing on just the title, Birdman or the Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. It's just thin, white, and debossed, so it's all lumpy bumpy. You get to the base and of course you've got your 20th Century Fox logo and your year it came out, and then you have your FilmArena limited edition number 529 of 1500 units. And there is your back, the back of the Birdman. I haven't actually checked out any other variations of Birdman as a steelbook and as a FilmArena. I mostly just saw this on Facebook and was like, a guy from Russia was selling it. I'm like, this looks really good. It was already opened, but he had stuff in plastic still, and I was like, yeah, this looks amazing. And of course, I ordered it, and it finally came in after 3 months. So yeah, and this is all nicely, has a good mixing of debossing, which is very nice. Good texture into it. So then we get to the tricky part, which is taking it all out without breaking it. It's very tight, which is very annoying, but it's worth it when you get it out. So we've got these, which are actually stills from the production, the behind the scenes. We have an extra piece of cardboard, which is actually the same image that you have on the back there. This is just flat, and actually I've trimmed it down a little because it's all blue, but I've actually trimmed it down so it can fit in, which is probably hence why it's harder to get the thing out now, which is very annoying. But I don't really know why they give you a whole second thing if you're not going to be able to keep it on it. It doesn't make any sense to my mind. Maybe as extra artwork to keep, sure. And then you have your steelbook, which I guess we shall examine first. Now, in terms of the steelbook, you've got the theatrical poster. It's a bright red, chrome, shiny, beautiful. You've got some debossing on the Birdman title, but nothing on anything else. Obviously, lighting there really kicks it off. Some gloss on our main character there, and the Birdman perched on his head. A nice kind of cartoony effect, again, similar to the theatrical poster. You do have a little red glimmer there, which you can see, where you've got a darkened red. But outside of that, it looks incredible. Nothing around the outside. You've got a bit of layered artwork on the base there. Nothing on the top. On the back, you have the front of the Birdman. This is a flat image that is it's glossy, like the other side is. Again, it's more or less a matte finish on the actual steelbook itself, which makes it very easy to hold on to. You don't get much fingerprints on it, but that would get fingerprints on it. As you can see, it's nice and reflective. He's got a book in his hand, probably a script for the film or something, or the play even. And yeah, I don't really know what the symbolism of the whole wings going around, but it's a nice image, nice look to itself. So then we'll open it up, and we'll take out the inner package, and you have, first and foremost, your Blu-ray disc, which is all regions. I haven't actually checked it out yet, but I can only assume it. I bloody well hope it works, given that I bought this specifically for the Blu-ray, actually, and the Steelbook, because I don't have the Blu-ray. I bought the DVD when the film first came out. It was my favorite film of the year at the time. And then, of course, you got Edward Norton fighting the Birdman himself, Mr. Michael Keaton. And I always found it interesting, like, I always hated myself for not buying the Blu-ray. There just wasn't any Blu-rays in the store when I went to buy it. And I was so desperate to watch the film again that I bought the DVD. I did watch the DVD earlier this year, and I obviously still think it's a fantastic film, but I did, in fact, think, yeah, I should buy the Blu-ray, but I found this, and I thought that this was a masterwork of a set, and I think it is. I love FilmArena. They did the Alien set that I also own, and this stuff is, it's incredible. So of course here you have a miniature poster, which is really nice, which comes with its own backing. Pretty exceptional, if you ask me. It is such a well done set. You have your credit card, of course, which obviously tells you what number it is. This is all flat, which I kind of wish this was debossed a little. I kind of preferred that. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to actual, credit and debit cards having that. But yes. Then you have, of course, the Birdman buckle, which is just pretty cool. I like that. I like how it still kind of seems like it's actually him under the suit there. So then we'll get to this one, which is tricky to get back in because it's actually been a little ripped and it actually probably keeps tearing, which is probably going to become a problem the more I open it up, so that's annoying, but yes. So first up, this is a deck of cards. On the back you have your Birdman thing, much like the one that you've already seen. Now these are literal images. What I'm going to show here now, which I'm going to briefly narrate, is these images correlate with the poster that you get, which the guy also packaged separately, but in the same package, which comes with a puzzle. The puzzle comes in 2 bags that when you put together, it looks exactly like the poster. It's not too hard to put together. It's a very small poster, and it's a very small puzzle, which is very nice. Easy enough to put together. It took me about maybe half an hour to do, only because I was in the midst of watching a TV show, but at the same time I was a bit distracted because a lot of the colours are the same, so it can be tricky to put them all together, but puzzles, when they fit in the right piece in the right places, it all works. And so all these playing cards here are actually the same kind of design. It's pretty much like a movie poster, but in different locations. I'd say arguably around the world. I don't know where this is, because I'm not that well cultured. I feel like it looks like a thing in America, but I could be wrong. This is obviously the Eiffel Tower. This looks like, I think it's Seattle, I think. Pretty sure it's a rotating, restaurant. This, I believe, is in New York, or it's in Berlin. I think it's the thing from New York, but it could be Berlin. This is a bridge, so most likely America somewhere. We all know what that's like. Actually, I don't. This is Sydney, the Sydney Opera House, which is cute. This is San Francisco. Then you've got, I'd say, either India or Dubai. I feel like this is India. I don't know if Dubai is actually in India or if it's, I don't know. I think it is. This is a place where there's a bridge over water. I totally know where that is. This also looks like it could be Seattle or Tokyo. I don't know. And we're back to the start. Where was the Seattle one? Yeah, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure one's Seattle, one might be Tokyo. I don't know why they have multiple American locations, but they just do. Which is fine. You do what you do. And that just sticks over onto itself. Yeah, not fun to put back in. It's very much a big grievance to put in and take out. This one's much easier because the plastic isn't broken. Because it's easier to just, slip it right the crap in usually. I don't know. I don't really like plastic sleeves all the time. I got one with my Once Upon a Time in Hollywood set, which I have since disposed of just because it's like, look, if I'm going to protect it, I'm going to get an actual protector. I'm not going to just have it sitting in this plastic, which is going to be annoying to take off when I want to show it off to people. And I know with social distancing and everything, there's not really many people to show it off to, but at the same time, you know, it was like when I had to do it for the video, it was just a pain. So, yeah, so that comes off, and this goes right back into the steelbook, which is very nice, of course. A beautiful steelbook, I must admit. I love the reds and the colours overall. The red and the contrast of the blue really contrast ever so nicely. So now I'll post those up a little, and we'll show you these. Again, little plastic. These I don't mind being in plastic, I'll be honest. There's a lot of plastic talk today. These are really big. They're just Birdman shooting. Because the Birdman is the guy with the gun, and he's shooting all these people. This is your director. There's no actual notes on this, which I feel like there should be. Obviously, it's mostly just behind the scenes stuff. Hopefully, I'll get them all without too much contrast from the light. Just behind the scenes stuff. I'm thinking he's the DOP. I think. I'm pretty sure. Usually, when you have your hands like that, it's the DOP. Of course, everyone's favourite Emma Stone. Then you've got the Birdman. Then you've got one of the cameramen and our director. You've got the director, Edward Norton and Emma Stone. Our director with Birdman, who's probably Michael Keaton. I wouldn't be surprised. You've got Edward Norton in a thingy that those girls died in Final Destination 2. A tanning bed. I'd say still director, probably Michael Keaton or a stunt double, and the DOP. You have your director again. You have the classic scene where where he jumps off the building and he flies, and of course you can see that there's actually a wire. That's probably my favourite of all of them. It's such an interesting shot. Again, more behind the scenes. More behind the scenes. A lot of stuff. This was a real technical craft of the film to make. And then we are back to the start, where I call this the baseball image, even though it has nothing to do with baseball. It just kind of reminds me of baseball, weirdly enough. And that is the Birdman set. So while I put this away, I'm going to cut to the credits, say my thank yous. So thank you all so much for watching. This was an absolute joy to unpack when I got it ever so recently. Obviously, this came out a fair few years ago. I think this came out maybe 2 years ago. I can't completely recall, but now I have the joy of trying to put it all back together. Maybe I should try to put that in there with that, but I don't really think that'll change anything. Do you? I think it's still a bit too tall for it. That's alright. We'll slip it in perfectly, all nice and simple. So you don't scratch anything, gotta make sure it all stays all slimmered and perfect. Then you just slide it down. Okay, that goes in like that, and voila, frickin' la. So of course, yes, the plastic does stand out a little, but that's alright. Because realistically, you're either going to have it on this side, or you're going to have it like that. I think because of the fingerprints, I'd probably have it on its side for now. But as an overall, that is the Birdman set. Thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more. If you are interested in more of these deluxe or premium editions, you can check out my playlist on the side of the screen, probably around here where my shadow of my hand is. And you can watch other... Oh, that's my actual hand. Probably a previous one I did, maybe the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood one over there. Or even Hot Fuzz, whatever's recent. And yeah, you can always subscribe for more of this content. This will be my last premium for now. I don't expect any more to come in the mail anytime soon, but at the same time, I do also have the Dawn of the Dead set coming in, so... and Back to the Future Steelbooks and all that kind of stuff. So I plan to do more independent product reviews like that. So more Steelbook reviews, more special edition reviews, just to give a more unique look for those people who are researching it and just kind of want to get a look at it, or those who have a general curiosity, or those who watch my channel. So yes, if you're interested in any of that, feel free to look at it and subscribe for more, and see you next time. Adios.